Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Satō Story. So Kenji just got back from a date with Cecilia and he's doing his favourite thing in the world. One of his favourite hobbies, which is gardening, on this lovely, warm spring evening. He is in a great mood. It looks like he really enjoyed the date and he's waiting for Julia to come home.
say.
What? That's Cecilia calling to the door. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry, we just don't have to, Cecilia, I'm sorry. We're going to have to spend some time with Julia this evening because he spent the whole day with Cecilia while Julia was in school. So Kenji really wants to spend some time with Julia now.
Befieb the shul. Shibes.
Oh, Rami is calling. We've been trying for a baby. I'm not this again. Rami. No, I don't think it's a good idea. Oh, jeez. Julia's home from school.
Oh, Fayab.
She's giving Kenji a flower for Love Day. That's so sweet. So there is a festival on at the moment, Festival of Light. I think Kenji and Julia are going to go there tonight and get some dinner there and just hang out. I've never been to this festival before, so you can get exclusive, I'm going to butcher that word, taiyaki. Taiyaki may look like fish, but don't be fooled. Oh yeah, this is the cake, the fish-shaped cake with like the sweet filling. Let's go. So it's in Mount Kamarabi. Already, it's so beautiful here. I don't think I've been here in spring. I've only been here in kind of winter when it's snowing. So it's really nice just to see it. So I think we're going to make a wish. What is Kenji doing? We'll make a wish on this tree. Aw, I wonder what Julia is wishing for. And I think it'd be nice for them to make a wish together. Enthused about Japanese folk music. He's like, the music here is so amazing, Julia. Such a dad. He's going to sit you down and tell you all about music you're not interested in.
Lanu. Mesaplim sul. Sul. Sepi Weezo.
They do get a buff from wishing, for making a wish. Hope it comes true for making a wish. Who knows? Maybe that little piece of paper is just what Julia needed to see their wish come true. That is really sweet. Julia is still afraid of the dark. I think that's a glitch. I just cannot get rid of that. Kenji's always going to haggle. As we know, he has got that instinct in him, that shrewd instinct. And then he's going to order one of these pastries.
Winoksa.
There's May Prescott being the seller. I love how Townie Sims just have multiple jobs. She's the school principal. She lives in a mansion, but she's also working at the stall here today in this festival. So that's the Sims, baby. Doesn't always make sense. I think they should buy these traditional kimonos as well, just to get into the spirit of things, I think. That would be fun. Okay, let's see what they have on offer. An energy bar, a single carrot. That's very healthy. And some coffee and drinks. So maybe he'll get the energy bar. Oh, there's someone that passed by Kenji that he doesn't like. Oh, that kimono is so cute on Julia. As Kenji waits for the vending machine to retrieve his purchased items, he comes into a terrible realization they're stuck. He will not be receiving his purchases today. Unless... Uh-oh.
Oh, Wanja!
Oh, the same thing happened to Julia. Oh no, these vending machines are terrible. Okay, he's going to try and get the capsule out for Julia. No, no luck. Oh no.
So, Bernard, Lisa Clark.
Oh no. Okay, I think it's time to give up. Good try, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, they're home now after a really nice time. Let's check on some buffs. So living well from adoring someone nearby. Being near death can make any sim feel regretful about the past, but being around a sim she adores has instead made Julia hopeful about the future. Oh, I know this morning in the last episode, if you missed it, they went to visit the grave of her mother. So it was a nice way to end the day with some quality time together. Glad to see it makes her feel a bit better.
Simba glue.
So you can see here how close on the map actually Cecilia and Kenji and the Watsons and everybody lives. It's a small town and they live kind of just their neighbours really. So maybe earlier Cecilia was just coming by. She was probably just strolling by. It might be on her way, on her route, on her walking route. It's a very, very small town. And that's why it's always a risk to date someone in a small town, because everyone will probably hear about it and have an opinion about it. So, oh, look. So Kenji's pumpkins that he's been growing seem to be growing well. I think they're finished. I think he is planning to put them into a competition. So let's see. They look so nice. The next competition for the Fentric Fair is in a couple of weeks' time. So maybe he should harvest them, put them in the fridge and keep them fresh for the festival. So it's a couple of days later and Julia has been promoted in her after-school activity. She was promoted to practical performer. Vacation not needed. Great! I'm so happy for her that she's enjoying it and she's getting somewhere. I think she's making friends and having fun. Oh, Julia's going through a phase. She'll pick up an instrument and any chance she gets, yell often and turn radio up to 11. Oh, wow. Oh, Julia. Okay, so we have an option that popped up. She is at acting school right now, her after school activity, and this popped up. So let's have a look. Create cowboy costumes. Cowboy costumes are needed for the show on Friday. The teacher wants classic cowboy attire from their favourite cowboy movie, but Julia wants to add a fantasy twist to them. Should Julia create the costumes in a classic or fantasy style? Ooh, that's an interesting one. So it's kind of like do what the teacher says or put your own spin on it. I would say put your own spin on it because she is so creative and she probably has a vision. So I would trust her to create a fantasy style costume. The teacher's not happy with the costumes, but there's no time to make new ones. Oh no. The show goes on. The costumes are a hit with the audience. Students are asking Julia to make costumes for the homecoming parade. Julia gains fame for hard work. What? That is so amazing. Teachers love just ticking boxes and sometimes it's okay to be outside the box. So for getting promoted in our after school activity, Kenji wants to take Julia out for dinner to celebrate. This is such a cool diner. It is so fun. It's such a beautiful design. I'm going to leave the link to download it. Again, like the details are so fantastic. It makes you feel like it's a genuine, authentic American diner. I absolutely love it.
Moi Pinba. Ibby Chib. Boya.
They got a nice corner booth so they can chat and have a bit of a debrief on the week so far and have some daddy-daughter time, which they love doing. And Kenji is such a good dad. He's always there for her. There's Lily in the background. Hey, girl. Okay, let's just go ahead and order. I think iced tea, refreshing iced tea for Kenji in this kind of warm weather would be perfect, and a root beer float for Julia. Then I think, I feel like what would be good for diner food? Let's see. They have a lot of options, but diners usually have like almost everything on the menu, so that works. I think eggs Benedict would be so good for Kenji and delicious. And for Julia, a hamburger. Chef's choice, classic. Maybe for both of them, actually. Maybe just a hamburger for both. It's probably the best thing here. What is Lily so angry about? Look at her looking over. She's in a bad mood, probably from work. What else does she do but work?
Tiba! Fazoo! Oh,
Compol Varuda.
barf.
Quinar.
Infa.
Yibs. Gorsh Vikre
Diva. Fazoo.
Winoksa. Vadish.
Charkomazu. Monchi. Lanuba.
That actually looks really good. Sometimes the Sims food, it just looks so good, especially when you're hungry. I think Kenji's talking to Lily across the room. I wish there was an interaction where you could just invite or just sit together at the table, but it just doesn't work that way. I just love this restaurant so much. It's super cool. I think Kenji is just really good at being present and involved in his daughter's life. I think he is worried going forward with balancing dating because he does seem to really like Cecilia after their first date, and I think it's probably in the back of his mind. He hopes that his fathering doesn't suffer. You know, he's that type of person that he's very intentional about everything he does, and he's obviously a perfectionist and all of those traits, so he wants to make sure he's doing everything right. I think there's a bit of guilt because he left the city originally and moved them out to the countryside to be a good dad and to focus on his family, and so this kind of wasn't his plans and it threw a spanner in the works. So it's the next day, Julia's in school, just got this notification, sick with worry, it's test day, and Julia is so nervous, she totally blanks. Even copying her neighbour won't work because her neighbour is a D student. It's better than nothing though. What to do? Feign illness or just take deep breaths? Okay, I think it's not worth getting upset over. She's only in primary school, so she's only young. So I think it's not worth getting upset over. It's not worth lying about. Just take deep breaths. So Julia tries to quell her anxiety by taking big deep breaths, and what do you know? It works. Sure, her classmates shoot her some funny looks, but when you're an A student, you have to take every test seriously. She puts a lot of pressure on herself, I think. That's why I think the acting is so good and doing other hobbies. And this summer, she needs to focus on her friends a bit more. She needs to spend more time with her friends this summer once the school year is over, and just enjoy being a kid before she grows up. So Kenji's lifestyle, he has a lifestyle gained. He has unlocked the people person lifestyle. Interesting. Energetic is in process. Single and loving it is in progress. Yeah, he was single and loving it for a long time.
Have the strangest feeling, don't know what to believe.